Okay.
We're live?
Yes, we hear.
I feel we've gone live.
Wow, that was
an entrance.
That was an entrance. You were already sitting.
I had big red velvet curtains in front of me.
Yes.
And they all just went
This is usually
back.
what happens when the door swings open, and that's what happens like every day. At Midoma,
Hello.
right?
Yes.
You are so
I'm always
fortunate.
greeted by that.
Well, I try.
Finally, everybody else got to hear what we get to hear every day, right?
Exactly.
A window into their world.
Yeah.
You're welcome. Anyways.
Another Tuesday, right?
Another Tuesday.
Yeah.
I think this is number 19.
Yes.
19?
19.
Wow.
And it started with some sad news today.
Yeah. Our lovely designer, Karl Lagerfeld, we lost another artist this morning.
Yeah.
That is really, really, really unfortunate, but you know what? His art will always live on within us, and of course on the runways, hopefully.
I know he's inspired Michael quite a bit in his fashion sense.
Yeah, for the longest time also, whenever somebody asked me, so if you could have dinner with anyone, who would you want to have dinner with? And he was my top choice. I was like, Karl Lagerfeld would be amazing to have dinner with.
Why would you want to have dinner with him?
I just think that his life and his ideas, and I think it would be a really interesting dinner to get into his mind,
Yeah.
to hear what he has to say, and just to be near him for a while.
And you've read some of his
Would have been
quotes,
amazing.
right?
Of course, I could have talked in German with him.
Uh-huh.
I think he was able to speak German still in the end, not just French, because he lived in Paris for so long. Did a lot of photography towards the end. I think more than designing almost. He was in love with photography. But yeah, I also love his quotes. He's got it also brings out his character a lot. It's like outrageous quotes, funny and decadent.
We love decadence.
Yes.
And there's one of them I love, always makes me laugh. Sweatpants are a sign of defeat. You lost control of your life, so you bought some sweatpants. I mean, I think that nails it. That's how he views fashion, because he's still, into like old school, old world, like the haute couture.
Three-piece suit, tie.
And so, yeah. So the sweatpants he wasn't having in there.
That's funny.
Because I can see where he's coming from. Just like with me, with us with hair too. We hate when we're seeing people just ponytails. It's almost like saying that.
Yes.
Oh, you gave up.
You've given up. You've given up.
So it's just taking that extra step to care for yourself.
Yeah. And there's one more short one. Don't dress to kill, dress to survive.
Well, what do you say to the people who dress in sweatpants?
Well, I don't know.
Because they're surviving, right?
They should rather be camouflage pants, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, these days there's a lot of technology involved in fashion too, so this dress to survive, actually, it's more and more fitting now, because there is more fashion that is geared towards the apocalypse.
Yes, I know, that's funny, right? Movies as well.
Yeah.
I mean, life imitates art, art imitates life. I don't know what came first, the chicken or the egg.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right? Makes you wonder what the insiders know.
Yes.
So I think we will be playing some Chanel fashion shows today.
That's what we have on. If you can
And
hear it behind the
Chanel
sirens.
fashion
Yes.
show playlist is already playing, and pay some tribute to him.
Yes.
Today. On the other note, we are here today, and it looks like nothing happened in this space, but a lot has happened.
Yeah.
In the last 48 hours, right?
Yay!
Yes.
Kevin Murphy, education.
Kevin Murphy, Kate Reid was here, Color ID seminar in collaboration with Jordana, also a great colorist and education manager for Kevin Murphy. And it looks like nothing happened, so it's amazing because we saw what happened.
Yeah, the space was full of love and
inspiration,
inspiration, yeah.
Art.
And art, exactly.
Yes. So this was just the first time, as described as Kevin Murphy New York Academy. I love that.
Yeah.
So let's see what happens.
Well, we're always
later
about
this
the
year.
one thing that, I mean, our essence is sharing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Right.
Sharing our space, our knowledge, just everything we have to offer.
And sharing the designers, the artists, the musicians, the singers, the actors, the stylists, the colorists,
Yes.
the product line, the distributors. I mean, we share knowledge with them, they all share knowledge with us. We share products with each other. We share events with each other. We collaborate, and a lot of that crosses over because we'll do a photo shoot and then we pull in. We've actually done a collaboration with one of our designers, and I interviewed an artist who ended up becoming a model, and then you interviewed another model who just came in as a model, and ultimately, a long story, not so long, is that we ended up calling that the artist and the poet. Because my artist actually was a model on the shoot, but she also painted paintings during
The painter,
session.
the painter and the poet. Yes.
And the poet wrote poetry during the shoot. So again, we look at how can we bring out the best in you with what we have to share with you, and then boom, a story.
And then what happens? We
You like my
also boom.
Yeah, boom.
We also we're sharing today. We're sharing the space with somebody else. Very
Something
much,
else we've been talking
Yeah,
about.
very much looking forward to meeting Mr. Ty Caldwell, CEO of Shearshare. He will be here today. He will accommodate a client here, and so that's amazing. We'll see. We'll see where that goes today.
And Shearshare we talked about a couple of times previously, and what they are, it's just the website, shearshare.com, right?
Yeah, it's a platform. It's
And
an
they
app.
have
It's an
salon
app, of course.
sharing platforms across the US.
Correct. So quite a few cities now where you can go search for a salon who has a chair available for you if you want to take care of some clients that maybe you live in New York and you want to come back and take care of some clients, or you just want to be in a different salon for a minute and interact and have that experience. This creative experience with other people in a different space. I think that's amazing.
Yeah,
Yes.
and they'll go through your paperwork and such with you to make sure you have what you need.
It's
in
an
order.
easy. I think it's easy because I think it takes away the challenges. What do I need? Insurance and can I work here? I mean, what do I need to in order to work there legally, officially?
Right.
And and then you do your booking, and there's a fee, and so everybody is well informed. This is sort of like just an agent, that connects these two parts. And I
Right,
think that's
places
a
one person in a studio somewhere else. So check them out, shearshare.com, and I guess all their cities will be there. So it's nice if you're a hairdresser and you go home, you have to pack your scissors.
Yeah.
Right, so wouldn't it be nice instead of doing your friends and your family in their kitchen with chairs that are really difficult to work with or lighting that doesn't allow you to do your job properly?
Yeah.
It's nice to know you have an option and
Yes.
you say, hey guys, this is the day I'm coming and these are the days I'm taking appointments, and then make it happen,
Yeah, do it the right way. Do it in a professional space, and while you do it, get to meet other professionals.
Exactly.
Right.
How great is that?
Right.
Exactly.
And it's funny because with all of this talk about Shearshare lately, we go up maybe 4 times a year to check in on my mom. I'd like to do more since my dad relocated, as we call it in my family.
Syracuse, yes.
Yeah, so we like to check in with her and do a little bit of stuff, give my sister a little bit of a break. And in going up there, I'm like, oh well, he says maybe we should, rent a chair. And Shearshare doesn't have Syracuse,
Not yet.
New
I
York
don't think
yet
so.
on their platform. So we've been trying to ask people who are up there, people who know us and know our whole art. That's our core.
Our philosophy.
That's our whole philosophy is to help artists and designers and inspire and be inspired by what's going on in other places. So we've got a couple of salons that we reached out to directly after being referred by some of our clients that have come here and some of our friends up there, because I have a lot of theater buddies up there, so they're spreading the word as well. So thank you.
Yeah, there is
All it does is
Hopefully
takes two to
April.
reach out, right?
Yeah, there
just
is
talk to somebody.
Yeah.
there is a group that would love to see us in Syracuse, and would love to get their hair done there. So let's see, if you can make this happen.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to it. So.
Yeah, and I'm also looking forward to possibly taking some of those longer weekends and testing the waters in other towns, because we can, right?
Yeah, you have to spread
You have the
our
option,
wings.
you
Yeah.
need to do it.
Yeah.
And sometimes people don't come to you, you're going to the people.
That's right. Maybe next time you go to the West Coast, he'll join you.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Do some
Oh,
ads.
definitely. I have thought about that. I mean, of course, since now I'm in New York and most of my
Yeah.
people are out there, and I don't, have a salon to just go to.
Yeah.
But definitely in making connections that I have had in the past, I know I have options where I could probably talk to somebody.
That's
to do
right.
something,
And then the next
know?
time you
Hey.
go to Japan to teach,
That's right.
you take him.
Exactly. Hey, I'll go with you.
They treated him like Elvis Presley, he said.
See, that's
I
really
had
cool.
everything I needed.
Well, my Japan bag is always packed. It's ready to go.
So friends in Japan, here's your educator.
Ready to go.
Ready to
Yes.
go.
Well, I mean, going in with you, talking about collaborating with other people, I did a little thing this Saturday.
Yes, I was so proud of you.
Yes, thank you. Just by reaching out on Facebook, I mean, because of course, walking down the street, you can talk to people and whatnot, but this, using social media the right way, I
The
would
right
say,
way, exactly.
to actually talk to people, not just send out some mass email that's generic to all these photographers, stylists, whatever. It's actually, personalized to each, response that I do. So,
And you're writing to people whose aesthetic is pleasing to you, that you would want to know
Exactly.
more about.
Exactly. Don't just put out there just because, just to
Right.
get work. Do it because you're passionate about
Right.
it. And of course, I saw this one, talking about New York Fashion Week, and we need a hairstylist. So I reached out to the person, and then they reached back to me and let me know that it was for Richie Rich, which is one of the original club kids from here that has also designed a label called Heatherette, which is no longer around, but he is looking to create a newer line called Rich. And did this little off-Broadway type feel coming to Fashion Week.
Yeah, that sounded interesting
So-
when you said that.
Yeah.
And we didn't even talk about it yet, but was it a play? Was it a?
So it was an off-Broadway play.
Okay.
About a porn star and a club kid
Of
get
course.
together, and this club kid comes up with this idea of that's his muse, and so he creates this fashion line for her. So
Okay.
then there's a fashion show within the show.
Cool, like that.
So basically what I did, and with a few other people, I'm actually going to shout you out. Tatiana for hair, thank you so much for helping me out. Jaylene, who set this all up, the makeup artist, as well as Connie and Kasha that she had with her. You guys were an amazing team. I can't wait to work on further projects with that, with them. Which actually, with connecting with other people, no matter what show you do, this was a free gig, but it's to expose yourself and to connect with other people. And with doing that, now I know I have makeup artists and hairstylists that will think of me for other future shows.
That's right.
But it was a great experience, and though there were some, always there's hiccups when it comes to New York Fashion Week, and you always have to be on your toes and ready to change whenever you need to, So, of course, like timing, sometimes people don't come on time, or, there's not a really clear, concise idea, but there is the professionalism is what made it work. With having me and the hairstylist kind of discussing what we would like to do, with knowing how much time we have, as well as the makeup artist did the same thing.
Yes.
We knew what we could execute, and we did.
Excellent.
From what the finished look it was, I mean, Richie was excited about it, and it seemed like all the models were really happy too. So it was a great experience. I had a fun time.
Good. I'm so glad that you did that.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I know. A lot of times, people sitting around on phones and downtime in any establishment, not just a hair salon, anywhere you see people on their phone, people get a bad rep for that.
Yeah.
And I can tell you that probably 9 out of 10 people, if you pass them and you look down, they're just scrolling Facebook, just brainlessly. They don't even know what they're looking at, you know. Which is fine, because I think if that's your 5 minutes or 10 minutes or what your meditation is, like I like to do the dishes and other people like to escape a couple times a day, you know, if you're on a break. But when you find that you're doing that 6-7 hours a day, if that's replaced television, you know, arthritic thumbs are in everybody's future, I think, right? Or and necks from looking down all the time, right?
Yeah.
Unless we get a brace and a holder so that it's in front of you. I don't know what we're going to do, or where it's going. But it's nice to know, and I do want to point out that some people are actually using downtime to work. And I think that's what, you know, I've seen something different with you being part of our team, in that from the moment you came on here, you hit the streets and you hit social media by you're trend forecasting yourself, like where do I want to be in 3 months? Who do I want to be working with in Fashion Week? You're already probably thinking about Fashion Week for the fall.
Yes.
So, you know, this is where you're doing your research for that, who you're going to write to. And I think that's a great person on any team and in any household, because you are trying to benefit others, but you're trying to benefit yourself, and it is a team. It's not, you know, what are they going to give me if I do it? It's what do I need to be where I want to be, and you're being accountable for your own self, which in turn then helps everyone else, which is what I say about the face mask on the airplane. You know, you've got to make yourself stronger, so you've got to take care of yourself, and then you can help those in need around you.
Yes.
So we have to each, you know, we take care of ourselves, but sometimes that message gets warped in people's minds.
Well, a lot of times
it doesn't. It never comes off selfish.
Yeah.
With you.
Oh, I think.
And I think that is, you know, when it's genuine, it just happens organically, and you're putting in your effort. And I wish more people were like you.
Aww,
to go after what you want, right? And in any way I can help. I'm kind of tied to the space, but when you need a little flame under your butt, I tend to light that torch up and push you out the door.
You're a great soundboard for me to put my ideas on. You know.
I didn't mean to make this a love fest.
No.
But it's important, because some people will sit and complain, right? If you're one of them, stop complaining. You don't want to hear it anymore. No one wants to hear it. Get up and do. Because you only fail yourself if you don't try.
Yes.
Because hearing no is okay. You tried it. Next, try something else. Next, you try something else.
Well,
next.
And a lot of times when you're doing those, you need to fail sometimes in order to learn.
Oh, we always talk about how many great mistakes have led to great recipes.
Exactly.
Well, I think a lot of times it's about, you know, you don't do this, you don't do that because you're afraid. You don't know these people. You don't know what the, you know. You just the fear of the unknown.
Which I was, you know, I told you.
Yeah, of course.
I was nervous.
Potentially, you know, you might meet somebody that's not a fit or a match for you, but then you move on. But then you know, but we wouldn't know it unless you try it, right?
Exactly.
So I think a lot of times when you said, well, I'm sitting down and you scroll and scroll, I think there's a time for that, place for that, time for that. But then you should also, you know, stop that and then use it for yourself. Instead of like watching the news, make your own news.
Exactly.
You know, like create your own life. Don't watch other people only in their lives. Create your own and engage.
I think there's a certain age where people think they're going to live forever, and they'll get to it. And in my home, I found out at a very young age, and I guess that's what set up my life, is that My brother went to work one day and didn't come home. It was a construction accident. So I don't want to make this morbid, but I want to tell you what I got out of that as a 10-year-old. Right away, I probably wouldn't know what it was called, but I do know now that I don't take things or people for granted. You know, I've lived in New York almost 30 years. Manhattan has become my home. And I've lived here longer than I lived in Syracuse. So this is home to me, and I still walk down the streets amazed. I'm in the park almost every day, and I still am amazed when the season changes and the blossoms are full bloom in April. I don't take anything for granted. A smell, a person, a moment, you know. Try to hang on to all those little things, and if it's bringing you down, let it go.
Well, that's why I always a little confused, you know, when there's a holiday, like it was President's Day weekend.
Yeah.
Which is great because a lot of people do leave town. And I know that not many people have a lot of time, you know, to go away. So when they have time, they do go away. But it always seems, a lot of times it seems that all they do is try to get away. And this is such a great city.
I know.
Stay for a minute and really, you know, take advantage of what's here. Because a lot of times, you know, when we talk about things that, oh, we went there, we saw this for the first time, and we still have a lot of things on our list, which is great. But there's like, yeah, I haven't been there. Oh, yeah, I want to do that. And so then you realize, oh my God, I haven't really, you know, they lived in New York for a few years already, and they haven't even seen anything. Just constantly this work, and then as soon as there's time, oh, I can't wait to leave.
I know, and this is such a tourist place. You should stay here and explore.
This is a destination for people. It's like the once in a lifetime trip.
Yeah.
They dream of it, and then they're here, and it's like, and then there are other people that are here every day, and they're like, they want to do it.
They can't wait to get out. Yeah, no, I mean, me just being here, and yes, right now, I mean, the cold, I'm like getting to the point where I'm like, okay, when is it gonna
I warned you about February and March.
But on the other hand, though it's still cold, I'm still amazed when I'm walking. As long as I have my warm jacket on, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I mean, on Sunday we explored Brooklyn Bridge because we haven't done that yet. But I mean, since I've been here, and me and my fiance Kevin, we actually have explored the city. And anytime we have a time where it's sunny out, at least, not raining or snowing, take advantage of those times to go and explore. You know?
Right. And if it's snowing, I suggest a park. Any park will
Or
do.
that, yeah. You know, but the thing is it's taking that opportunity and making something out of it rather than sitting there and being like just mundane about everything and just you know, and not doing nothing about it, complaining like you said, and not changing what you're doing, which is the definition to me of insanity. You know, expecting change.
The definition of insanity.
You know,
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I don't like to be insane.
Well, I think that comes too from people who are actually, there's this thing, I think they coined it as something, but I'm not on Facebook or social media. You guys do that for me most of the time. But when you're on it and you see such perfection, first it used to be a Vogue cover and some models in a magazine that we thought were too thin, but we were still trying to compare ourselves to, which was an unrealistic goal for us regular people, right? And now, have you seen, well, I think Alicia Keys, I enjoyed the Grammys, and I always enjoy some Alicia, let me tell you. Right?
Very
but
entertaining.
she was the first celebrity that I know of, I'm not saying she was the first, to come out a couple years back and say, you know, I don't need to wear makeup. I enjoy wearing makeup sometimes. I enjoy doing this sometimes. So having said that, I still think we're trying to put all the filters on and get rid of all of the wrinkles and the old look, the mid-50s skin. It's who we are.
Exactly.
The option is I would have been dead at 25, right? If I wanted to die with collagen. So hey, I'm not saying it doesn't get me down sometimes. He'll hear me complain. I'll be like, oh my God, what happened to my skin over here, right? And I still exercise more than the regular, an average person. I've been a worker-outer since I came out of the womb doing a backflip. You know,
Can't sit still.
I can't sit still. So I'm just saying we tend to want to compare ourselves to all of our friends and cousins and people we know and people we don't know that are in our feed that look beautiful and perfect, and Look inside each other.
Look for the reality.
I love
of
makeup
it.
and I love hair and I love pushing things and I love being extreme, and you see me on the weekend. I'm totally different than I am at work, and yet I'm me. You know, it's nice to have those different kinds of things.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
I can wear a ball gown, or I can wear some cut-off shorts and one of his shirts and knee-high. You know, what did you call those sports socks with the tube socks?
The tube socks, two
Tube
stripes.
socks. Yeah. I mean, you never know what you're gonna get, but you know, fashion is fun.
Express it.
Express it. Just be respectful. Don't,
Yeah.
you know, you might not want to go to church in a gown or tube socks, but, you know, choose wisely.
Exactly.
Choose wisely.
Be a
But
chameleon.
It's part of expressing yourself.
Yes.
Just
Well-
don't be caught buying sweatpants, because you know what that means.
With Karl.
I do believe I have a pair of
I
velvet
do.
ones in my drawer.
Well, at least they're velvet.
They're velvet.
Yeah.
But they were bought at like a Costco's or a BJ's or something for that, you know, I have a cold day and I just want to stay home.
No.
I don't think I've worn them yet this year, but.
But I mean, with going with the social media, the biggest thing too, like, don't let fame and money be the only motivator to look at and think that's what you need to be. You know.
Yeah.
Use it as inspiration.
A
more than that.
picture does not tell you a whole story.
No.
Let's just say
No.
that. So if you woke up today, yay. And if you feel good, your cold's a little bit better, or someone smiled at you, you know, acknowledge it, look up once in a while. And I know I'm constantly preaching this.
But do some effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, be aware.
I do wanna point out, it's today's the 19th, right?
Mhm.
So
It's my dad's birthday.
Oh, it is. Oh,
Yes,
happy
it is.
birthday.
Happy birthday,
Happy
Papa!
birthday,
Dad. So on the 21st, we'll have our a general call go out
Yes.
for
Our immigration
for
wall.
our immigration wall, the wall that
Pro-immigration.
unites people. It doesn't separate people.
Amen.
So we have a general call because we're looking for immigrant artists, New York City artists,
First and second generation.
that would like to participate in this group showing with one of their pieces.
Right, they need to
Um,
submit 3 pieces of art.
Right, we will have the general call go out, and then with all the details, so everybody knows about it. I just wanted to, ahead of that, let people know today.
Yes.
This is what's going to happen, and this is going to take place in March.
Can I also
Lovely.
say that I would like to, at that reception, I would like to have first and second generation immigrant designers as well. So accessory, fashion, you don't need a whole line, but you need some. So I would like you also to send me sketches or send me pictures of your work. Whether you're an artist or a designer, you can send to info@midoma.com. And again, we'll really start reading those and looking at those submissions on the 21st.
Will be amazing. I hope this is going to be a great event. The actual event, the reception, we are planning on having live music. So of course we would love to get a great jazz band or somebody who's into the idea of showcasing, you know, what they're doing. Then we're looking for sponsors for the event as well. So that will be yeah, I can't wait. That's we'll see. We have a couple of artists already that are confirmed. We are looking for 10 to 15 on the wall, and
Nice.
then surrounding them with others.
Nice.
At that time. So that's one thing I wanted to talk about. The other thing I wanted to talk about, because we're going to restart a petition. You will get to hear about that this week. It's of course for our industry, to improve our industry, and the changes that we want to advocate for. And Mariana has arranged a meeting, for example,
With someone next week.
with someone next week,
I went right to our local politicians.
a council.
Yes, I don't want to divulge that information
let's wait. Exactly.
it happens because I don't want to jinx that meeting, but it is
Exactly.
currently scheduled for next week.
Right. So we will meet, and we will hopefully
Have answers.
have information.
And just to give you a little tidbit on that, we love our artists, we love our designers, and we call our technicians sculptors and painters. So I do want to say that when a sculptor and a painter is grouped in a category in the eyes of the government on their pages as or alongside car wash attendants, cleaners, and repair, I think they have us all wrong. And I am taking this all the way to Albany to change that. And that will have a trickle effect on the respect that this industry gets.
I love that. I love that. I know you're very passionate about this, and you have our full support.
Thank you.
Yes.
With whatever we can do, we'll do. And even if that means we'll talk to anybody and everybody every single day.
That's
Yep.
right. Thank you. And I think we have to close up. It's
Yep.
11:35.
Let's start.
We've got
We
to
do.
set up for the week.
Okay.
Yeah. So everybody,
Chanel fashion shows.
that's what we're listening to.
Catch 'em
If you're in Midtown and you want to join in, watch a fashion show with us.
Yes, we've got them playing on the wall.
In honor of Karl Lagerfeld, do it, and we'll see you next week.
Yes.
Yes?
Be inspired.
Be inspired. Michael's gonna
That was fun.
save our video
Thanks, guys.
so you
As
can
always.
catch it on Instagram TV. Have a good week.